Hello, and a good, what is it, Wednesday morning? Yes, it is Wednesday. Yeah, I lose track of days all the time. Welcome here to another short morning sports stream in NBA 2K16. We're going to kick things off here with a little practice. Hope you had a good day yesterday. I know I did. Had some good times in Destiny, and of course, some good times in NBA 2K16 as well. I want to start things off here as we're loading in with, I guess you could say a little bit of a real talk. If you noticed this morning, I retweeted a video from Ray Narvaez Jr., and I hope I'm saying his last name right. You may know him as Brown Man or Ray, formerly from Rooster Teeth slash Achievement Hunter. But at the end of his stream the other day, he had kind of a real talk segment himself, basically talking about like the end all situation and it just really spoke to me. It's a great video. I recommend you going and checking it out. But basically, just saying that whatever your situation is right now, it may not be the end all situation. Whatever you're doing, job wise, school wise, it may not be what you end up doing. And really, a big part of it was doing what makes you happy. If you feel like you're stuck in a dead end job and there's no way out, you figured this is it. There's always opportunities that you can do. And pursue. If you have some dreams that you want to go after, a big thing is to do it. Basically, be you. Do what makes you happy. Try to do what makes you happy. Don't let others influence. Don't let others bring you down. If you have a dream and they're trying to shoot you down, don't let them do that. Um, the end all thing. When I lost my full time radio job, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in August, so it's about a year and a half ago. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea where my direction in life was going to be. Um, and it was one of those jobs where I had fun. I love being in radio. There were just certain aspects of my job that I didn't particularly love all that much. I was doing a lot of news writing. That was my primary job, was being kind of a news reporter. But it helped me discover my passion in life, that I wanted to be in sports radio, that's where my passion lied, was sports. News was okay, but I didn't have the same kind of heart and passion um, for that aspect of the job that I did for the sports job. And the sports was kind of aside, the news was the primary thing. So I was a little bit unhappy at my position, and um, so things just didn't quite work out there. And I really didn't know where I was going to go after that. So obviously, I moved back home, um, and just kind of did some thinking on whether I wanted to go back to school for something else or what to pursue job wise. Excuse me. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what direction, but then seeing him when he left for from Achievement Hunter to go pursue streaming, uh, Ray played a major part in inspiring me to try to go after streaming as well, and that's what really got me started with Twitch streaming, was his leaving Achievement Hunter, which I was disappointed by because he was one of my favorite achievement hunters, and uh, I hated seeing him go, but it also inspired me to pursue, kind of my own dreams, to try taking up Twitch streaming as well, and just kind of do what makes me happy. Like, the thing is doing what makes you happy. Is someone pointed out near the end of his stream, after he had this, it's about a 13-minute video, I think. It was a good real talk, but someone pointed out Bob Ross's a quote of "You do your best work if you do a job that makes you happy," and I fully agree with that. Um, is doing what makes you happy. That's when you do your best work. But like I said, it wasn't the end all. And even today, I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. Whether I'm going to be doing Twitch streaming full time in the future. As you know, I work radio job over the weekend where I'm doing primarily sports, which, like again, as I mentioned, that's where my passion was. That's what I really loved. So I'm doing what I'm loving. I'm really happy with the position. Yeah, it's only part time and it's weekend, low hours. Pick up a few fill-in basketball games here and there, but I'm happy because I'm doing what I love. Yes, I would love for it to be more hours, but like I said, it's doing what makes you happy. But I don't know if maybe I'll lead in and finish in radio the rest of my life because I'm also pursuing possibly playing music the rest of my life. I've always had a big passion for music as well, and playing in a band has always been a dream of mine, and things are starting to come together where that may be more of a reality than a dream. So I've got multiple things going all together, and like I said, I don't know where I'm going to end up in my future and what I'm going to be doing. But I really believe that nothing's the end all. As some people have said, the only thing that's certain in life is death. Nothing else is for certain where you end up. So go watch the video. It's a great inspirational talk. It really spoke to me. I really highly recommend that you take the 13 some minutes out of your time to watch the video. Maybe it'll inspire you as well. But I think the importance of the video is that whatever you're doing, it may not be the end all for you. You may not be what you end up doing the rest of your career. If you have dreams, go and pursue them. So yeah, like I said, I retweeted it, so go check it out on my Twitter at four more sports. It's the video by Ray Narvaez Jr. Like I said, it really spoke to me. Hopefully, it'll speak and inspire some other people as well. So yeah, the gist of it is, if you're unhappy in your situation, look to see what makes you happy. Pursue dreams. Pursue what makes you happy. And just remember that in your current situation, it may not be the end all, and you could end up somewhere else in the future. Again, nothing is certain in life but death. So, again, go check out the video. It's a great video. But let's go ahead and get started here with some practice. Let's see here. Dust Instinct, I am a 90 overall, to answer your question there. So yeah, but thank you for letting me rant there a little bit to begin the stream. Like I said, his video just kind of inspired me to have a little real talk of my own and kind of pass on the same message. And now we get to Boston drills, which I am absolutely horrible at. Wow, was that even defense? Did you attempt? Maybe I should just let Solomon Hill win this to get this out of the way. Now watch, Scott will play actual defense on me. Yep. Oh, that cracks me up. Wow, what is wrong with me? Never miss those shots. Yeah, okay, well, that drill is rigged. Let's move on from that.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go.
No problem there. Easy peasy.
All right, let's wrap it up. Feel free to hang around and take some shots. And don't forget, meet in the film room in the moon.
Whoops, sorry, Hill. That was kind of rude of me. Let's go see what else there is. This Gatorade thing here. Baller! Nope. Oh, well, that was a nice little handshake with the coach. Guessing the assistant coach is walking around here somewhere. Probably has the rapid fire offense drill, which I'm awful at. Alright, let's do this. I'm hitting up. I guess I was not hitting up fast enough. Okay, do I have the inability to pick a ball up? Oh, there we go. Alright, that's good enough for practice. Game day! I did buy boosts the other day, didn't I? Okay, yeah, I'm good there. Alright, let's get to it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you are joining us today as we enter the final episodes of the NBA regular season. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
The Pacers look to take charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis.
I tell you what, I feel good after having that real
against
talk.
the Charlotte Hornets. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And the way they attacked the basket.
It's nice
in that
having those
game
moments.
was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seem to just wave the
Feels
white
good to
flag.
get, something off your chest and, try to inspire others when someone inspires you. Again, just like I said, passing the message.
Demoralized and deflated.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Bledsoe. Markieff Morris is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Drake
Tough
in
defense
the
here.
baseline. Here's more after Eric Bledsoe's score. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns.
Oh, I'm not going to catch him.
The shot is
Oh,
off,
good
and
catch-up
Indiana
defense
will
by
come the
George,
other way.
though.
Ellis kicks to Moore. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Hmm.
They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And what a
Mid-range
luxury
game
when you
seems to be
have
failing
depth.
me
I mean,
here
a
all
lot
of a
their
sudden.
scoring in that
Uh-oh.
win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the
Nice
reserves.
floater.
They got it in that one.
Really well
That was a
done
thing
there.
of
Just
beauty.
confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Morris a screen. Passes to Valanciunas. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your Xbox, having to send your Xbox in to get fixed, but what new game did you find?
Hill kicks to Moore. Ellis outside, takes the 3. Shot is no good, and Phoenix will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated.
Skyforge. I've heard that game's pretty good.
Would be appropriate.
Another shot, and Freak with the nice bucket inside. Moore's got his second bucket of the night.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And Bledsoe, here we go. The rebound by Turner.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
They set the pick. Shot off the screen. He shoots again. Moore
Come on, get in there.
bucket. Moore's got 6 points.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Bledsoe outside. Misses off the right iron.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Hill dishes to Ellis. It's back to Hill.
Ooh, that was a near turnover.
Moore against Morris. In the corner, George with it. Here's more. And there's
Oh,
the
wow, I'm
guard
getting
on the
off.
shot. He'll go to the line.
Offensive board after
And you
offensive
don't
board.
ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of this one.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana.
Do,
Kelly
do,
Olynyk
do,
checked in for
do,
Turner. And
do,
it's Jeremy
do,
Lin in
do.
for George Hill. Good on both.
Yeah, I know a lot of those
free throws. Beautiful to watch.
MMOs have a little bit of a learning curve
Humphries
to
with
them.
a screen on Lynn. Bledsoe passes to Humphries, and that one is stuffed right through.
This guy is a high flyer.
I think that just comes with the
Power
genre.
forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Stolen by Bledsoe. One-on-one here. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
It's as if the defense just let
I think
go.
it really comes with
He'll
any
thank him
game.
for
I think
that
any
because he
game
got
has a
chance to perform
learning
a little
curve, but
razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now
I think
here's
sometimes
Moore.
MMOs, especially
26
you know
points
with
for
the
him last game
strategies,
against
the
Charlotte.
different classes, the different abilities, sometimes take
Outside,
a little more time to
And
get the
Moore
hang
kicks to
of
George.
and figure
Shot
out
clock
what
at
you're
5,
best
and
at.
once again off the mark by Indiana. The Suns trailer. Now go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk
Kind
to
of
head coach
where
Jeff
you
Hornacek.
fit in,
He
what
said
what
he
you
certainly
play as the
followed
best,
rise
what
of
you like to
Jeremy
play
Lin
as.
into a prime-time point guard in this league, and he told me we need to try to limit his penetration. That's where he's most effective, slashing,
Yeah,
and with the
I
drive
guess
and kick.
some people,
Guys, Lin has certainly
I guess
enjoyed
you
working
would
his
consider it
outside
more of a
shot,
learning
but
nightmare than a
sometimes you have to
learning
pick your
curve.
poison, and they'll live with him shooting from outside. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Oh, that's not bad. Start with 3, unlock 10. You have a little variety to begin with, and then more variety as you go along.
A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. Freak, number 1.
And you simply got to avoid sending him to the line. Absolutely.
Chris
Than he
Humphries.
does.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. C.J. Miles comes in for Monte Ellis. And the Suns making a change here as well. McDaniels checked in. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. And Bledsoe, here we go. Chandler. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight.
That seems pretty basic.
Lynn dishes to Moore.
I mean, at least they've got your 3 basic
Miles,
classes
the pass
there,
to Lynn.
DPS and your tank and healer. But then it's nice that you can unlock a little more variety as well. Maybe you might like the other healer character compared to the one you start with. That's why what I like about those games. Though I've never really played them much myself, I'll be honest. I never really got into the genre all that much. But I do like the fact that you have varieties.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
I always like having varieties in games, you know, kind of similar to that.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the basket by Hill. 20 seconds left in the first.
Probably one of the aspects I like about Destiny, although it's kind of a little more limited in character-wise. I mean, you only have your Titan, your Warlock, and your Hunter, but each one has 3 subclasses, so in a
2
sense,
seconds left.
you have
This is off the front line.
9
Now it's been a
different
high-scoring
options
competitive game through the first quarter of
there on
play.
what you play as.
Pacers out in front, up 3.
But
They've got more
yeah, that's what I like
basketball
about
coming your way in just a
one of
minute.
the aspects I like about Destiny is the variety. You're not stuck with one character, and that's why, you know, it allows you to make just 3. That's why I made one of each class, so I could have that variety and mix things up every now and then. My preferred class is a Titan, and
let's hear from Tyson Chandler.
mostly because that's kind of like the tank class of the group.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
And if I really got into MMOs at any point, tank would probably be my preferred choice.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also
I'm a guy
makes him the
that
kind of
just
player
likes to
his
run,
teammates appreciate
head
so
into
much,
battle
because
strategically,
they know
obviously.
nobody wins any race
Well,
without a
sometimes
guy like
strategically.
Tyson Chandler on
But I
the
like to run on in, be able to take a lot of damage, but also dish a lot of damage out.
As we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
You can tell
I kinda
the
like
point
to
of
be the
emphasis
heavy
has been
hitter.
to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
More in at power forward. CJ Miles is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Turner. And it's Hill.
Although it's a lot different in Plants vs. Zombies. I will have to say that's one game where I almost prefer playing as a healer.
The Suns shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That's good. Bledsoe's got the game tied up here.
What's your strategy for any game, including Destiny?
Advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Ooh, nice and one.
And one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Some changes for Indiana. Paul George is checked in for Solomon Hill. And it's Ellison for C.J. Miles. And that one falls for Lynn.
If I see it, I kill it. I like that strategy.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
That's exactly why I like being a
Freak
tank.
in the last matchup against the Hornets got the job done.
Destroy everything in
26
front of
points,
me.
And as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Numbers like
If
that
it
make you
moves and
anxious
it's
to
not
see
marked
what he
as
can do
friendly,
next
I'm
time out.
destroying it.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Clock at 6. George, no good.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just
Short, sweet, to the point,
totally out of
exactly.
sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
If it has more than 2 legs and arms, it dies.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are.
You got to
coming
add
from.
and trying to kill you in
Fellas,
there.
they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do.
Sometimes
so far
those things
tonight
are
is earn
friendly,
those
and they
tough
help you
points in
out.
the paint.
Scotty's checked in
But if
for
this big
Indiana.
ugly monster's
Hill
coming
comes in
at
for
me,
Jeremy
you know,
Lin.
trying to
Valanciunas
kill me,
is checked in
it's
for
going to
Phoenix.
die.
Hill kicks to
Either that or I'm going to die trying.
on the wing, Ellis. Right side, Scott. And George, here we go. It's stolen by Morris. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bledsoe with it. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. On the wing, George shoots a fader. Kept alive.
That's a wild off-balance shot.
Got the pass to Moore. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Guys, his consistency.
So yeah,
in
but
terms of
yeah, going
shooting
back to Plants
has
vs.
really
Zombies,
helped
at least
them
on
seize
the
control.
Plants side of things, and you can tell by the level too.
Off the pick, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Out of all the classes, the Sunflowers, I mean for both sides, but I didn't play multiplayer that much, so the Zombies are a little low. So if you just look at the Plants, Sunflower is my highest ranked class.
At the defensive end than that.
So that's a game where At least on the plants side, I prefer to play more as a healer than any other. I would say Sunflower and probably the Pea Shooter are my two main classes there.
They're like a new team when it comes to
And so it's Indiana with it. They host the 76ers after this game.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hill kicks to Moore. Lets it go from 14. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 3. Bledsoe outside. Screened by Valanciunas.
Oh, I wanted that steal so bad.
Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Smith's got his first basket.
great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Freak sets a screen for Hill. Outside, Scott. And George, here we go. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. Scott's got his
Yeah, I can
first
understand
points
why
of the
you
night.
would stop
How
playing
about
if
the
you got a
perseverance there,
temporary
the
ban on
extra
your
effort
favorite
on that
character.
offensive glass.
Bledsoe dishes to McDaniels. At the elbow, Smith. It's rebounded by Ellis. Indiana leading by 3. Lots of room. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3.
Come on, guys.
Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field
Do
in
better
the
than
second quarter
this.
so far. Screened by Valanciunas. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. 7-foot shot. Can't get it to go. And Indiana will go the other way.
Scott's
with it.
getting some significant playing time here lately.
George passes to Moore. Shot no good.
Ah.
Good D by Bledsoe. Suns trail by 3. Here's McDaniels. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Bledsoe against Hill. And Bledsoe, here we go. And he gets it to go.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop.
Ah,
Nice play.
yeah. I hate when you play well and then people accuse you of cheating and report your profile.
Went for the two-hander on that slam.
Luckily, I've never been banned, but I've definitely gotten plenty of angry messages accusing me of cheating and hacks and all that.
He's got 12.
Annoys me when people do that.
If they go quick.
I'm sorry you got banned because of it.
To find a good shot this time.
24 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
More. And he says right back at you with
I'll answer his open dunk with the dunk of my own.
Punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Good scoring game thus far.
Kicks to Booker. There's the triple. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 5 here tonight. Hill.
It's up. Oh, just off the front iron.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pacers lead
Yeah,
by
so
2.
I know I
And
keep
time
breaking
out
off
on the
into
court side as we
tangents
send
in there,
you
but
over
yeah,
to Doris
Plants
Burke
vs.
on the side.
Zombies,
Doris?
at least on the Plants side, I would probably say I am either a healer or DPS. Because I guess the tank in that class would be considered the chomper, and I've never been exactly good as a chomper.
Pay attention to their strength. That's how they got back in the game.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
On the zombie side, I prefer playing as the All-Star, and that would be the tank of that class. Take a lot of damage and dish a lot of damage right back. But in that game, but on that side too, I do play as a scientist, which is the healer. So I'm all over the place in that game. Regardless, it's a lot of fun. I love that game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Talk about great numbers for Freak. He has 20 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Bledsoe.
Oh, that's too much space for Morris.
That's good. Now here is Hill. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Hill gets a screen from Moore. Picked him clean.
Uh-oh.
Drake.
Hustle.
He's guarded by
Hustle.
Hill. Here's Bledsoe, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Not great.
Oh, look at this.
Just gotta
Go,
shut
George.
off a
All the
mismatch.
way.
And it's George
Woo!
finishing it off.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Ah.
They now take the lead. 10 points for Markieff Morris.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense.
Oh, I was just
Being
talking
able to
about
drain
Plants
the
versus
three-ball
Zombies again.
Really can spread a defense
And how on the
extend
plant
defense
side
as well.
I mostly play as, you know, as the sunflower and the pea shooter. So
And it's
on that
George
side of things, I'd be
Major defensive laps right
more
there.
DPS
He's not a player you
and
can leave open for a jump shot. You gotta
healer.
stay attached to
But
him.
on the
They're
zombie
lucky he couldn't
side,
punish
it's
him.
kind of a more
And Montiel
tank
is the bucket
and
on the assist
healer.
by Hill.
Kind
Hill's
of
got
all over the
6
place
assists
in
the
terms
game.
of
The defense
classes
not
on that
putting up
one.
Any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
But I was also just
that's a
saying, you know,
close call there
that
on
it
the
sucked
illegal
that you
screen.
got
But I'd go along with it, Greg.
banned for
it didn't
being
look like his
accused
feet were
of
set to me.
cheating
So
and
entirely new
hacking.
group in now
While
for
I've never
NBA.
gotten banned
Owen
myself,
is
I've
checked in
gotten,
for more.
I just said I've
Hill
gotten
comes
plenty
in
of
for George.
messages in the past
Indiana making some
accusing
changes.
me of
Morris checked in
cheating
for
and
Turner.
hacking
Paul
and
George
that
comes in
because
for
I
Solomon
played
Hill.
really
And
well.
it's Hill in for CJ Miles.
Just saying how people, sore losers like that, just annoy
Outside
me.
Hill. Feeds it to Moore. It's back to Hill. 5 on the clock. Hill gets a screen from Moore. Hill drives in. For the lead. And Freak with
Woo!
the layup. Moore's got 22.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Phoenix, no
Oh!
good that time either.
Boy, that's a surprising
Overplayed
miss
that
right
one a
there. He
little
usually
bit.
feast on those wide-open opportunities.
Wide open. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Really just a tremendous
Yeah,
day
that's pretty
for
good.
him. And if you remember, he
6
was
kills
just
for
as
every
good
death.
in their last game.
But yeah, I understand, you know, the
Valanciunas with a
enemy
screen on
team and
Hill.
your team. So a lot of my
But there's
Crucible
some more.
matches in Destiny, how they go, whether I play really
And
well
the
or
officials
really
now
poorly,
calling
kind of
the
depends
shooting
on
foul. He got a
my
lot of
teammates
ball on the block,
around,
but also got the body,
around
so-
me.
So some free throws coming up right now. The Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And Morris drops them both. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Bledsoe against Hill. In the corner, George with it.
Oh!
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's getting his
Yeah,
first
things are
23
great
of the
until
night
you
right
have to
now.
face
And
the
really, guys, his percentage from the line at
the same
70
character
isn't
you're
quite up to
playing
snuff.
as.
You know, it's
Then
been a
things
rougher
get
year
interesting.
than he expected at the line, guys. I mean, he's seen the numbers dropping off for him this year.
And he's good on the second.
Okay, it was just a 2-point shot. I wasn't sure if his foot was over the line or not.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Bledsoe for 3, and the miss. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Pacers out in front, leading by 3. Don't go anywhere, the final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Starting today, you can watch Laser Team. with YouTube Red. Well, I guess I'll just have to sign up for their 30-day trial, watch the movie, and then leave.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Pacers leading by 3. Moore, he's in at power forward. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Hill's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Chandler with the screen on Hill. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around.
I'd probably consider, signing up and staying with that, but yeah, money's, as I've stated many times before, is not exactly flowing off trees for me. I wish it was. That'd be great. Anyone know where I can get a money tree?
Teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Freak sets a screen for Hill. Off the pick. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 4.
Of course, I could always wait till they release it on DVD, too.
Bledsoe with him. He's picked up by Hill.
Then I don't feel bad signing up and then leaving.
And the 3 off target. Indiana's gone 3 of 7.
Although it wouldn't be the first time I've done that.
Hill left side. Here's Moore. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Moore
did that for Amazon Prime. Signed up for the 30-day trial. Just didn't have the money in the budget to pay for it full time, so took advantage of the trial while I had it.
Especially here today. I mean,
and then canceled near the end of the 30 days.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting.
I think my biggest taking advantage of something instance was probably one of the Madden games.
George shot off the pick, and Chandler sends it back.
I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Madden.
Drake the pass to Bledsoe.
Madden 25, maybe.
Pass to Drake. Shoots a 3.
Maybe Madden 15. Good. I don't know. It was one of the Madden games. But if you pre-ordered it on Amazon, you got a code for an Andrew Luck card in my team.
It's going to be out of bounds.
Well, I had pre-ordered it somewhere else, and I didn't want to cancel that pre-order, but I wanted the Andrew Luck card. Well, turns out that they sent you the code for it before the game was released. So as soon as you made the pre-order, place the pre-order,
Chandler dishes to Morris to take the lead.
They would send you the code within like 48 hours.
Got 9 points now in just the second.
So I,
it's really gonna be all about hard work
and the nice thing about Amazon is they don't charge you for a game until it ships.
That's their goal down the stretch here.
So I placed a pre-order for Madden, got the code, and they canceled the pre-order.
Free throw line jump shot. Sweet move. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Lynn. Lynn's got his 6th assist on the night. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Morris,
so yeah, that's probably one of the biggest advantages of like a deal like that I think I've ever taken.
And George kicks to Lynn. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And Bledsoe, here we go.
What a performance from Bledsoe. He has 14 points and 7 assists.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in
but overall, I do, for the most part now, I pre-order digital copies instead of like hard copies. But I do, if you still like hard copies, I definitely recommend Amazon because I do like their whole policy of not charging you for a game until it's released. because sometimes there are things like delays that happen, and if you pay up front and the game gets pushed back for another like 6 months, well, yeah, you don't have to pay for it when it comes out, but there's like $60 of dead money just floating out there that, you know, you may end up needing to use or could have put to use for groceries or whatever for that week. So yeah, that's one thing I do like about Amazon is not charging you for a pre-order until the game is released, till it ships.
28 points for Freak.
I just like Amazon in general. This isn't a sponsored plug. I'd love for Amazon to sponsor me. I just like Amazon in general. I think it's a great place to go. I mean, I find a ton of deals there.
Back to Morris.
Find things that
Six
are
to shoot. Over to the left wing.
much cheaper than what they are retail price.
Here's Bledsoe.
Like these headsets, for example.
Here's Chandler. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Turner.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
I found them on Amazon for
It can be won or lost on the boards. They've got to
$15-20 bucks cheaper than what they are sold in stores. I think they're like $60 retail price. And I got them for $40 on Amazon at one point when they were running a sale on it. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're like 53, looks like about $50 or so. Okay, Amazon has list price 60. Right now it has them as 60 and then price at 50, but I think I found them for 40 one time when they were running a really special deal. Fair price for an Xbox One? Oh, whatever. You just Xboxes these days.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler.
Xbox new. Oh!
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Morris passes to Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. The feed to Valanciunas.
Uh-oh.
It's rebounded.
Wow, I can't believe he missed that.
Turner's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lynn kicks to Ellis. Back to Lynn. Outside, George to the middle. And
nice
to
layup.
go on the assist by George. That's now 32 points for Freak.
Really good
okay,
possession
good.
there. They
Timeout.
never
I have
lost
a
their
chance to
focus,
look here.
even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now we're moving deeper into the fourth. It's really the point where they had a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana.
I would probably, I guess it also, I would factor into how old it is and what size hard drive it is. If it's like a year or so old and it's like the 500 gig drive, I would probably say anywhere from like $150 to $200 would be a fair price. Somewhere in there, like $100 to $200.
Indiana lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Morris.
The terabyte one, I know that one's a little newer and of course bigger drive, so I would probably push that up to even maybe a 150, 250 mark.
To the right, but drops in for him. Ellis has got the lead up to 8 now for Indiana.
I would say that in those ranges would be fair prices.
And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They set the pick. Ellis goes in. He dishes it to Moore.
I wanted to kick it out to George and didn't get the chance to throw it to him because of the momentum.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And so they foul intentionally. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional.
It's fouling time.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
A 1 terabyte Xbox One, 1 month old for $300. Yeah, as long as it's in working condition, $300 is a very fair price on that console. I would agree with that price. I would say that's fair.
Valanciunas against Turner, out to the wing. Morris outside. For three, Bledsoe. Can't get it to go. Bledsoe against George. Stolen by Bledsoe.
Whoa, okay. Wait, Bledsoe? He wasn't even near me.
Now Booker, shot from the wing, misses the shot. So it's Indiana picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And a chance now to send you over.
That's a good question.
On the sideline. Doris.
I guess if you can't wait for yours to be fixed, I would say go for it, but normally in most cases,
the 2K Sports.
It's hard to say because if it can be fixed, then you don't want to be out $300. But if it can't be fixed, then you may miss out on an opportunity like this. It's one of those tough calls to make.
Monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down.
I personally would probably wait until I got official word
his ability to get into the paint, get to the rim
that it couldn't be repaired.
For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
I can't imagine.
And that'll
but
do it for this edition
yeah,
of the
it's a
NBA
matter
on 2K
of
Sports.
personal
Hope you
opinion,
enjoyed
and
the
that's
show.
entirely up
From
to you
myself,
if you want to go
Kenny
for
Smith,
it.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports
But
crew.
yeah, me personally,
Have
I
a
would wait
wonderful
because,
evening.
yeah, if it can be fixed, then I don't want to be that $300. I guess then you could always sell one of the other systems, or one of the systems to make that money back. Yeah, and I completely understand that you want to have a backup plan. Like I said, me personally, I'd probably wait to find out for sure to see if I have to look out or look for a replacement, because a lot of times you may be able to catch deals at certain time of the year as well to purchase a new system.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight,
but yeah, that
going
was,
up against
like I said, just
Indiana
my
Pacers.
own personal
Checking out the
opinion,
Pacers.
and
They're currently holding
it's
on
your
to the
call.
best
I would
record in
wait
the
and
league.
see,
Not the conference,
but
the league. They've been head and
I guess
shoulders
if you
above
had the spare
competition
money,
this season.
then you could always go for it.
On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team, as an indicator of their ability
we all
to succeed.
live by this.
But, you know, like with my last laptop, when it died on me,
defense is big. What I like about the playoffs,
I didn't realize
physicality. You can't hesitate to
didn't
get
go
the
out
foul.
immediately and
It's
buy
very
a new
easy buckets,
laptop.
AKA you
I
gotta
waited
touch
till I
'em
got
up.
confirmation
Gotta touch 'em up, but
from.
experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing.
Well, I
Because
took it
there's
into
no
Best Buy to Geek
way
Squad.
to understand
It got
playoff
confirmation
basketball
from
until
them
you're
that
there. And so
the cost it would take to fix it would be equivalent to the cost that the cost of a new laptop. So I ended up just buying the current laptop that I have.
The Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls in Chicago.
And a lot of times, too, if your console can't be repaired, they'll work out something with you to replace it.
I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that.
Sometimes, not all the times. I know my friend had his Xbox kind of fry on him, and it was beyond repair. But he was able to get a replacement one from them.
Then it's Gary Neal, and it's Ford in at the point guard. Now here's Moore. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. Hill kicks to Moore, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing
Oh.
the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is
The
so
red ring
smooth. Even on a
symptoms.
power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Which is weird for weird for an Xbox One since it doesn't have red rings. If I can
Hill
speak.
against Ford. Freak sets a screen for Hill. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Ford, no luck.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off
It's a good thing to call it. I mean, it's a good reference point.
And so he earns a trip
Kind
to the
of
line
became an
as we saw the
Xbox thing with all
contract
those issues they had with the
And
360.
you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
interesting.
I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
I've never heard of that problem. Of course, I really wasn't paying attention
And he makes
to
the
that
first.
problem because I luckily haven't had that. Never really looked it up and must not have seen
Both good
anything in
from
the
the line
news
that
about
time.
it.
Just over a minute.
How
and a half
old
played
was
here in
your
this one.
system? Did you get any kind of warranty with it?
They need this. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
Get
You
up
know,
for a little
sometimes
guy.
all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
And it's Hill penetrating. It's blocked. George against Ford. Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's under the warranty, then if it can't be
Outside Hill.
repaired, they'll replace
To
it
the middle.
for you.
Here's Moore, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Maybe could have tried for a more
Especially if they
memorable dunk than
determine that
And we
it's
know
no
he's
fault
capable
of you.
of those
Like you
memorable
didn't
dunks.
smash
When
or
he's got a lead like that, why not
pour water
take
into
a
the
few
system or
chances? A lot
something
more engaging
silly like that.
and
You know,
entertaining than
as
just
long
doing
as they
the old
determine that
ho-hum
it's
one-handed.
of no
And
fault
this
to
quarter, he has clearly
your
been off the
own,
mark.
that the council
Hill
just
passes to Ellis.
maybe it got damaged during the storm
her playmaking
or
from Monte
something in it
Ellis.
malfunctioned
Right on
that wasn't good coming off the line. Yeah,
And so here is Philadelphia.
they'll replace that for you if
9-point
it's
game.
still under warranty.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And George, here we go. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 6 points here for George.
I don't
The
blame you if you
76ers
went
trail by
through
11.
2 of the red rings yourself. You saw something like that. I probably would have done the same thing you did and send it in for repairs. Now, I've been very fortunate with my consoles. I mean, my 360 still runs well. I never had the red ring issue.
The teams they faced over the last 10 to be wondering
so far, my Xbox One has been very good and solid.
They play with tenacity throughout.
Looking at
except for the Kinect.
Olenek, he's checked in for Turner, and it's Jeremy Lin in for George Hill. Here's Covington. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I have,
Give an assist there, not for the pass,
and I
but
ordered
the
a day
solid
one
screen set
Xbox
on the inside
console
that
too.
freed him up
So
and made the layup possible.
it's a one that was fresh off the line.
And a closer look here at the
and I have that. Of
breakdown
course,
for
I'm
the
still
Pacers.
using the day one
So far,
controller.
these guys
It even
have done a
says day one
fantastic
2013
job
there.
finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight too. I mean,
But,
it's a good start for them.
Those two parts are original.
Against Phoenix, he was
The
really
Kinect
on
is
his
not.
feet, and that one's good.
They've wasted
3 days
no
after I
time
got the
settling
console, the
into their
Kinect
offense.
died,
Yeah,
and I had
they
to send it in and get a
really
replacement.
making the most of their possessions.
Jackson against Land.
So I have
drives in.
almost a complete original
Over to
day
the
one
wing.
Xbox.
Passes it to Covington. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Covington's got 8 points.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those.
Yeah,
3 points
I would
back.
say that's a good saying there.
Lin dishes to Olenek.
Protect yourself.
Puts up the baby hook. And Freak gets it to go on
Instead
the
of
assist from
instead of
That's
kissing
now
it
8
goodbye.
points for Freak.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Indiana leading by 10. Lin kicks to Olenek. The shot by George, wide open. Goes back up. And there are the Pacers.
There we
with
go.
another bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
From deep, Neal. The shot, no good. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah.
have dreamed
And ordering
of
a
a
day
much
one
better start
Xbox,
here
I
than they
wasn't
had
going
today.
to
I
at
think the
first,
offensive
but
game
then I
plan they came
decided
in with
to.
was right on point.
Luckily,
Worked perfectly,
Walmart
and
still
the
had
lead they
a
already
few
have was
pre-orders
proof in
available
the
for the
pudding.
day one
Here's
Xbox.
Covington, following the score by Indiana.
But that was one of my concerns when I was debating on whether or not I wanted to order a day one Xbox, was thinking the same issues as the 360 had on its launch with all the red rings, because the systems were
increases the degree of difficulty on that shot. by a
systems
large
were
amount.
rushed out.
Jackson
But
kicks
luckily,
to
for the most
Covington.
part, it's worked out.
Okafor with the screen on George. Covington
Like I
passes
said,
to
the
Okafor.
only
From 13 feet,
part
it goes
that
down.
failed was the Kinect, but
Okafor's
I
his first
could
basket.
live
You
a
know,
few
as
days
soon as
without
he
the Kinect.
recognized the height mismatch,
Today probably just the usual
And
3
Greg, that's
games,
just
because I
good basketball. Come on, good basketball.
started
Clean look
at the
from
usual
that
about,
range. You
well,
gotta
at
take
my
it.
time it's
They've had assists
10:30.
now on their
I
last
started a
3
little
baskets.
earlier
And
yesterday,
it's not
which
just
allowed me to
their
get
passing,
a
but
4th
also
game
the
in.
body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
On the wing, Jackson. Some solid defense there from Lin. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Pacers lead by 16. And we'll be back
With a little bit of the
after
real
this.
talk there at the beginning. Not starting the practice right away. Yeah,
Welcome back,
it's probably
folks.
just going to
We'll
be
see
the
a
usual
score
3
from more
games
tightly
for
contested
today.
quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, the lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Then there's Grant. Then it's Kendall Marshall. And it's
So
Ford
yeah,
in
I've
the
I've
two
been
spot.
very
Now
fortunate
let's go to
throughout
Doris.
my
Doris.
entire
Well, Kev, Freak in the
life
last
of
matchup against the
gaming
Suns played some
that I've
outstanding
gotten
basketball.
good
He
consoles
ended
that
with
have
32
lasted
points
me
and, as
quite some
always,
time.
rebound
In
after
fact,
rebound
I think
as
the
well.
only
It was
one
a
I've
point
ever had
for
that
the
actually
Agents, and one
died
that will
on
have
me
the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a
was
stunning
like an
performance.
original
He was at his absolute best
PlayStation
in
1.
that game.
And if
The
he can
big
come
thing.
anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him.
Yeah,
They're
right
gonna make
now
sure
it
that he
is
doesn't beat 'em again.
11:30
Here's
for
Marshall
me.
following the basket by Freak. Ford, that's good. Ford's got his second basket.
Nice work on the inside.
Well, a
Hard to
little
get that
after
one up and
11:30. It's
over
more like
the big fella.
11:40.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
So, yeah, I've been very fortunate to have good counsels over the years that haven't conked out on me. In fact, I think the roughest patch ones I've had have been PlayStations. Okay.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. His
Well, at least
last
it's only a
games
3-hour
have been
difference.
Exceptional, averaging about 32 points a game.
Not like an 8-hour difference.
He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Now here's Moore. 12 points for him. Hill dishes to Moore. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Lynn. No good.
Oh.
The 76ers go the other way with it. Their last encounter was
Exactly.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why.
Whoop.
It takes a little while.
There we
to
go. Well, that
work
worked
the
out.
knots But it looks like they're putting it together right now. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jumper off the screen. The rebound by Turner.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong.
And the only thing I've ever sent back was the connect.
Now here's Moore. Hill, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the
But like I
Pacers
said,
lead by
that wasn't a
15.
big thing.
repeatedly
I was
closed
glad it
inside
was
of
the
the
connect
first
and not the
half,
console
and it's
itself.
paid
I could
dividends.
live
And with as many
for some
points as
time
they've
without
gotten
having
in
the
paint, you know, they haven't had to
Xbox
do
One
much
Connect
work
while
on the
I
perimeter.
was being shipped a new one.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way
Than not being able to play the console at all because it's broken.
First in three-point shooting, and they're also number 1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league, and that tells
Ooh,
you
wow,
not
that
only
was
are they
nice.
shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Outside Hill. Down low. And Freak.
Ooh,
Boy, he threw
nice
out some
standing
punishment
dunk
with that
there.
two-hand throwdown.
And
Spin
now's
around
the
and
time
is right
to
up.
do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And Philadelphia has possession. Down by 15. And Marshall kicks to Ford. Pass to Marshall. Uncovered. Good, and a nice assist from Ford. Marshall's got his first points in this
He was
one.
afraid that I
The
was
offense
going
has
to
a better
block him,
flow, and
which
it
I
actually looks
probably
better
would
here in the
have.
second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Now here is Hill. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 6. Freak sets a screen for Hill. In the corner, Miles with it. And there are the Pacers.
Nice shot. Good ball
What
movement.
a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And that one's good. Noel. 1:53 left in the first half of the game. There's the screen.
And take the screen.
Hill drives in. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And what a game for Freak. 16 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all
Now,
over.
the only thing I ever regret doing is selling my Sega Genesis.
Paul George comes in for
If I could go
Solomon
back
Hill,
in time, I
and
would.
Ellison for C.J. Miles. Now here's Jackson. He had a
I would stop
12-point
myself from
outing in
doing
their
that.
last Team against Chicago. Passes to Okafor. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
But luckily, there are
Powerful
such
two-hand
things
jam.
as
You're
And I
computer
tell you what, if he's
emulators
got a
these
few more of
days.
those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Hill.
Which I do have on my computer. I do have a Genesis emulator, so
Onto their lead with the tomahawk.
I boot it up every now and then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Play some Streets of
Symbolic there as
Rage,
well of the effort here tonight.
Sonic.
Now here's Jackson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Expanding his range. It's rebounded
Joe
by
Montana
Indiana.
football.
Morris getting his fourth rebound with that first one
Classic
tonight.
games.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Moore with it, guarded by Jackson. And again, it goes in for him. Good shot from Moore. Moore's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Ooh,
I'll
and
tell
a
you what, when
target.
you get this kind of effort and
There's
efficiency from him,
classic.
they're a really hard team to beat.
Jackson against Hill. Here's Noel, and it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, he really just tried to do a little too much there. He shouldn't be afraid to kick that one back out.
Noel against Hill. Moore.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. And so Moore nails both of
Sega
them.
Genesis. Is that my? Ah, that was
9
my
seconds
first
left in the
console.
first half of the game. Here's Neal. Hits the three-point bomb.
And then I got an N64,
And through the first
which
half,
I still
a pretty
have. In
lopsided
fact,
affair.
it's sitting
Pacers
right on the
out
floor in front of me
up
here.
by 16. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right
Got
back
that
here
in
for the
a
start of the
bundle
third quarter.
pack with Pokemon Stadium. And then I got a PlayStation 1. Like I said, original PlayStation 1. But that was the one that, the only console that ever really just on me was the original PlayStation I had. Oh, the good old Dreamcast. I never owned one, but I played
And welcome back to the
like
NBA
the
on
demo
2K
model in
Sports.
stores.
More action in
Never
store
owned
as the
one, though.
players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels.
But yeah,
and
then
they're
from
going
the
to score or get to the line.
from
And
the
mostly he's been getting to the line,
PlayStation
guys.
1, I got a
He has the free throw total
PS2,
to show for it,
and then
as
my
well
next
as the
console
bumps and
after that was
bruises.
the 360,
He's in at the fourth
and then the
George
Xbox
Hill out there with
One.
Ellis. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the pivot
That was
spot.
the
Heading to
evolution
the
of my
That's the
console
Pacers'
gaming.
not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Now,
Of course, now, speaking of the Dreamcast, I guess they're looking at possibly making a Dreamcast 2. Because there's a campaign going for that.
Outside Hill. Kicks it to Moore. Good. Moore's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Pacers.
In that tight,
yeah, it's kind of an iconic system. And it didn't do all that well, and it didn't last that long, but it was the last thing that Sega had. Or they merged with Nintendo.
6 to shoot. Tries from 7. Good work defensively by Turner.
Oh, I forgot about the GameCube. How could I forget about the GameCube? Yeah, I had a GameCube.
Hill with it. Still getting warmed up offensively.
Gosh, how could I forget my Nintendo Evolution? I got a PS2.
It really is.
And then a GameCube.
Of their last field goals.
Relatively probably about the same time, and maybe the other way around. And then I got a Nintendo Wii before my 360. Sega retirement system. I like it.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Paul George.
So yeah, I think it was PS2.
For him, averaging about 11 points.
Might have been GameCube, PS2, Nintendo Wii, 360, Xbox One.
Pleased with his output, and you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now, here is Ford. He has 7. There's a screen by Noel. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The 76ers have shot just 1 free throw.
Oh, it's Sony that bought him.
Free throw good. 4.
Now, a lot of their characters went to Nintendo. Create all the great Sonic and Mario at the Olympics.
Pacers leading by 18. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Hill has the open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end.
Ah, Crazy Taxi.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could.
That is a fantastic game. I played that
I will say, it sure looks
in the
fun,
arcade a lot.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Ford. Moore with the block. And he recovers it. And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Nerlens Noel.
Never was that good at it, but it was fun.
Of
course, driving games have never been a strong suit of mine.
That's
why I can't wait to see how bad I am at Rocket League when that finally hits the Xbox One.
But where's the finish? You got to get the result.
But they recover it.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be the best driving game ever.
And Indiana making a change here. Scott's checked in.
For me, that is.
For Philadelphia. Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Gary Neal. Now here's Jackson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Embiid the screen. Embiid with the screen on Ellis. Here's Neal. No good on the buzzer beater.
Nope.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Pacers running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Philadelphia. Joel Embiid out there with Okafor. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Now here's Lynn. Moore left side. Okafor.
No, you idiot.
4-on-3 as they bring it up. Outside Jackson.
I meant to pass that to Ellis.
Embiid sets the pick for Jackson.
But once again, the game
Shot clock
cannot read my thoughts and throws it where I don't intend it to be thrown.
Puts up a 3, and the shot is good. Jackson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers.
That was a case where I needed to use icon passing.
Open look for Freak. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And
nice
the Pacers
defense.
lead by 20.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Embiid the screen. And here's Covington from the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Moore against Embiid. Here's Lynn. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Jackson kicks to Embiid. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot.
Ah, come on, Olynyk.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Indiana.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Olynyk. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. And George Hills subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And Embiid drops them both.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Now here is Hill. To the middle. Here's Moore.
Woo!
He's in off the pretty assist. Moore's got 10 points in just the second half.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
There's a screen by Noel. And Neal kicks to Ford. Can't get it to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Philadelphia with the ball. 19-point game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. From deep, Neal. The Pacers pull it in. Moore's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Got it. Ball inside.
Poked away.
What happened?
Ford with
Why'd
the
I
steal.
stop?
And now here comes Neal, leading the break.
That was weird.
Their game plan needs to change
gotta
if they're going
stop.
to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Ellis with a screen on Ford. Hill kicks to Ellis. Here's Moore. And Embiid with the block. And
Hey, there's an and
you
one.
can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. That's going to send Miles Turner to the line. That one on Embiid.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Heck.
That's good from Turner.
Sega and Sony are making the Sonic movie. Interesting.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Suns.
Sorry, in between reading history of Sega and that, since mine's a little rough on who bought who and that, and yeah,
off the screen,
who went where, that, yeah. History's a little rough on that part. I didn't really pay, when that all went down, I'll be honest, I didn't really pay that much attention, never really gone back to look into more detail on all those happenings.
And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
Here's Embiid, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
And three.
Woo!
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean,
so I've probably said stuff wrong.
Not this guy. He is a superb.
And I will admit it.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
I shall admit my wrongdoings and my wrong knowledge.
And that one's good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Pacers leading by 20. Now Hill feeds it to Moore. Drops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook.
I think I just had it in my head that, you know, with Sonic making a lot of appearances in some Nintendo games.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about
Super Smash Brothers, of course, like I said, all those great Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. For some reason, it was in my head that Nintendo bought them out and they merged with them when it wasn't necessarily the case there. Because then I forgot about, you know, like the Sonic releases on like Xbox and all that. Regardless, we all know the heyday of Sonic was on the Sega Genesis.
Well, Paul, what do you take away from a win like tonight in terms of what you need to continue doing as a...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity
that much I know for sure.
Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
The job he did down low was fantastic. That's right, fantastic. He had great understanding of the way the defense was set up in the paint. He had a ton of high percentage looks close to the bucket and converted every time.
All those nice dunks there.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed.
So yeah, I apologize for any errors I may have made in my history. Like I said, a lot of that stuff went down. I wasn't exactly one that studied the news like I do nowadays. Or at least don't pay attention to it as close as I do now. What? Ah, blah, blah, blah. Whoops. Alright. Full court, one-on-one, which should be interesting. I usually suck at this. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Layups. Party time.
We gotta be better at containing the basketball. Let's set up in some one-on-one full court. You know the drill. Intensity. Intensity!
Intensity! How's that for intensity? Uh-oh. Ah. Whoa! Woohoo! That fancy little dunk. Not enough. How about that one? Put some flair on that dunk. Ah, it's back and forth here. Oh no! Oh, I overplayed that. Whoops. I'll take a 6 out of 10. Oh, I couldn't see what happened. Yep. I guess I scared him enough that he never decided to take a shot. Oh, why'd you switch hands? What are you doing, you fool? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I forgot he can go. Ah! Dang it. Well, I may have just lost this because of that. Alright, I have to stop him here. Go! All the way! Hey, thank you. Ooh, it's a good boost to everything there. Ah, here comes the late game situation.
We're gonna shift to some late game situational drills now.
I failed this the last time. I tied the game up and it's like, nope, that's not good enough, you fail. Ooh. Ha! There are no fouls in practice. He flopped. He flopped. Wow. Get out of here, Olenek. Yep, I think we're going to fail this. Sure, everyone hits their shots in here, but no one hits them again when the actual game's going on. Miss. Nope. That's a big fat F.
Okay, that's it for now.
Go screw yourself.
Up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
Alright, time for this drill. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Ha! Oh, it's not going to glitch out. That's nice. Oh. Oh, that was awful. Broadcasting sticker, I couldn't see that one at the bottom. I couldn't tell if it was an X or a Y or an A, and I hit A. Well, not that they would look the same anyway. I guess X or Y. I hit A, it doesn't matter. I'm just bad at those drills. My reaction times on some things are horrible. Chicago Sun-Times has covered the online petition from a bunch of Bulls fans to fire Gar Forman, the general manager. That's funny.
Hello, everybody. And
love when
welcome.
something
Glad
like
you are
that
joining
gets
us today as we
national
enter
or
the
gets
final
media
episodes
attention.
of the NBA regular season. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player? If you're a guy who's playing a lot, do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you played more than 8 years, yes, you need rest. If you're a young player, such as Freak, you don't need rest.
No, you may have players coming back from midseason injuries, but you need to get them back into the flow. But you got to get your playoff game face on. And you know who had the best game face playoff?
Alonzo Mourning?
No, this guy next to us. Show him your game face.
Alonzo had a good game face, too.
Stop it. You look at this guy's game. Look at this guy's game face. Show him.
Let me see your game face.
You know what, Kenny? I lost it. I can't do it
Let me see your game face. That is frightening.
Oh, wait.
That's not a game look. That's not a game look. That's your game book look.
Woo!
The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The Pacers still playing on their home court in this one. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys on top of the league. The best record in both conferences.
Well, this team is a lot of fun to
Thought
watch.
he could
Everything
sneak that
seems to be
past
going
Kevin
their way,
Love.
but they're
I
making
was
their
wrong.
own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, but they're doing everything right at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and they've been putting on a clinic. I mean, as fun to watch as any other team in the league. And with the calls and bounces that have gone their way, you really get the sense that this is their time.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. And George.
That's one way to start a game for
There's a
us,
chance he could have a
at least
big
in terms
game
of
if they
first
don't beat him
shot.
up more tightly on the perimeter.
On the wing, Irving. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on
All
the
right,
defensive side.
all right. Come on, better defense than that.
On defense, Cleveland, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really.
What, am I suddenly
shocking and
invisible man
disappointing
here?
How many free runs to the hoop?
Had 2 30-point games and everyone's like, no, no more scoring for you. We're sick and tired of it.
Irving double team. Now Johnson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Denver.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Now here's Moore after the miss from Joe Johnson. Ellis kicks to Moore. Mozgov grabs the board.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come
I
much
tried to
better
drive
or
in, but
easier than that.
just
here's
stood
Love.
there.
He picked
Nobody
up
wanted to
12 points
move.
in their last win against Denver.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Ah,
poor
got the
job
3-point game
defensively,
going.
Giving him such a clear look at the basket from 3-point range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right.
And he's starting to get what he wants.
So that's how it's
early
gonna go, eh,
and
Kevin Love?
Here's Hill. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Hill drives in. Moore.
There we go.
Dunk to
That's
finish
what I'm
it
looking
off.
for right there.
Beauty.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
maximum force on that dunk.
Maximum force.
Here's Irving.
It's over
He's currently averaging more than
9,000.
26 points a game. Such a force.
Yeah, of
Such
course
a
that's going to be a
wide-open look.
defensive breakdown
Really
on my
nice
part.
way to get your first bucket of the day.
And now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with David Blatt.
Yes, Kevin. In our conversation, we went over some of the difficulties.
I love how this
they
game
face
sometimes
against this
punishes
team.
you for
Remember,
playing
they've
help
yet to win a game
defense.
against them this season in 3 tries, and a big part of, he said, is just their interior defense. He went on to say they don't give you many easy buckets inside, so we've got to hit some jumpers when given the opportunity. Kevin, let's see how that perimeter attack goes.
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys,
Ah,
do
come
you
on,
agree
guys,
with
come on.
Coach's
Better
game
shots,
plan
better
here,
shots.
given how tough the D
Patience.
is that they're going to go up against?
Patience.
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't.
J.R. Smith's the
concentrate so
guy I'm
intensely
surprised
on
isn't
offense,
in
they
actually
forget
in
to
the
defend.
three-point
And here's
contest.
Hill. After J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go.
I know he said it himself that
Clark, we've seen the
he's
lead change
disappointed
hands quite a
that
bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have.
they
I
didn't
mean, it's been a
elect
bit of a
him
windshield
to
wiper game. I mean,
take
back
part
and
in that,
forth,
and
the
I'm a
lead
little
has gone
surprised by
5
that
times,
myself.
so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's George missing.
Ah,
Very
come on,
dangerous to
George,
leave
take the
a guy
screen.
like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Smith dishes to Mozgov. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Defensive.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
You know what? I'm not even going to say anything.
Patience. Taking early
Yeah, that's what I'm
threes
talking
to
about.
long
Patience.
Rebounds, which equal to transition points.
Kelly Olynyk is that guy.
Over the course of the last month, we're forcing the issue too much.
The Cavaliers 5th.
Nope, they're
Forget about what happened
glitched
last
again,
year.
giving
Forget
Tristan
what may happen
Thompson
the rest of this
Kevin
year.
Love's
These guys have
overall.
settled into a great shooting rhythm over the last month, and both teams hope it continues.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Olynyk, he's checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for George. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hill. Clock at 4. Moore passes to Miles. Wide open shot is
Nice.
on the money.
There we go.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game.
Lynn,
Even when it
what?
hasn't
Don't
been
push
the
me.
best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Easy, buddy. I know you're eager to play.
Following the score by Indiana.
Take it down a notch.
The screen from Thompson. Down low. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the
Oops.
basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite.
No, I did not almost get to that shot in time.
There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Woo, boy.
Cavaliers leading.
We are playing like garbage.
Here's Barber.
A big landfill of garbage.
Pass to Verjao. One second left. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Moore.
Let's try the screen again here.
CJ Miles is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot.
There we go.
Out there for Indiana. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean,
neck and
ferociously
neck.
Competitive. I mean,
Nose for
tight as
nose.
me in an airplane bathroom.
Mustache for
Not the visual I
mustache.
was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Indiana making
Ooh,
some
I get a
changes.
break?
Scott
What is
comes
this?
in for Freak. Indiana.
I guess with
Turner's
Scott
checked
earning
in
more
for Kelly
minutes,
Olynyk.
I
Freak comes in for
get a little
Scott.
bit of a
CJ
rest every
Miles,
now and
he's
then.
checked in for Hill, and it's Hill in for Jeremy Lin. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well,
Ow,
we have
Mozgov.
in the last matchup against the
I don't know if he's the right
76ers,
decision
played
for playing
some
defense.
outstanding
I mean,
basketball. He ended up with 38 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim.
I mean, I'm gonna take
Absolutely
it.
Incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if
Woo!
he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding
Pass
him
it to Kevin
the
Love, he's
basketball,
open.
hoping he's still got that mojo working.
he just
Well,
set
they
a
all-
screen
I
on
mean,
nobody.
When you got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Here is Love. Following the score by Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Mozgov.
I gotta
Counted,
play
and the
defense.
Hoosier lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Barber.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
And here is Hill. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game.
Nice
Shot is
shot,
good.
Miles.
Miles has got
Beautiful.
the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And so here's Cleveland after Indiana gets the 3. Love kicks to Mozgov.
Stay with him, Turner. Stay with
The
him.
9-footers on the mark.
It's good defense up.
Mozgov's got 6. 43 seconds left in the first half. Hill dishes to Moore. Pass to Miles. Back to Moore. Tries from 16. And there are the Pacers. with another
And
bucket.
nails from
Just
16.
couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Now here's Love. He's got 6. For 3, Outlaw. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Deep 2 from Hill. And the Pacers
Woo!
take on 2 more. Barber. Shot is no good. And that concludes the first half. we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested
Party
first half
time.
so far.
And what a tremendous game for Freak. 10 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan.
Good start, good start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, down low it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Here's Irving, following the basket by George Hill.
Oh.
Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
Can't
Nice
give that
move
up.
and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Outside Hill. And again, it's Indiana.
Oh,
Boy,
George
they're
Hill's
getting
got a
into
little bit
real
of a
groove from
shooting
inside the
streak.
three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
That would have been a bit of
Here's
luck.
Irving. Love
Uh-oh.
goes in. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Got that bucket
Ooh,
in no
speaking of
time at
luck,
all.
get that lucky
And
bounce.
that's now 11 points for Paul George.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills. We're seeing it right now.
And that one's good. Love.
That makes 3
I guess
in a
I got
row
to stop
to start the
playing
second
help
half.
defense
Indiana
because I'm
leading
getting
by 6.
punished for it.
And George kicks to Moore. Turner up top. And stolen by Irving. And here's the fast break. Here's Smith. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Yeah, they were overpowering it inside. You've really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight. Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Love outside. Puts up a 3. The shot misses.
Okay,
And Indiana
I'm going to
will
come in
the
and grab
other
the
way.
rebound since no one else
Coming off that
seemingly
win
can.
against Philadelphia.
And a couple guys got hot early.
And
then
one.
the game contagious. You could see that everybody kind of pitched in when it came to shooting.
Exactly right, Greg. I mean, normally there's a hot shooter. The defense can kind of lock into that guy and then let somebody else get some shots. But that wasn't even an option in that game because everybody was on fire.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Turner. Solomon Hill comes in for George. And it's Jeremy Lin in for George Hill. And then for Cleveland, Anderson Varejao.
It's a screen party.
And it's Thompson in for Kevin Love.
Watching everyone set
Now
screens
here's
here.
Johnson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. No good off the front iron.
Shut down the opponent's possession. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Let's calm down here.
And Moore kicks to Lin. Freak sets a screen for Lin. Back to Moore. And the lead
Oof.
double digits on that bucket.
I thought that was going to miss there for a second.
Boy, what a slick job of
Roll
passing
right
from
off the
Jeremy
other
Lin on
end.
that.
Timeout, but Lin and Irving still want to go at it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible.
That's the
saying
plan. They're doing a
he is
funny way
going
of
to be
showing it.
one of the guys
Oh,
to
I
carry
forced
it
the
rest of
turnover.
way.
Nice. I didn't get
Probably
the
a
steal,
good
but
time to make some
I kind of
changes.
got in
Good
Irving's
chunk of the
way.
second half still to go, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Ellis.
It wasn't an illegal screen. He ran into me.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock.
I had every right to that ball that he did.
In the corner, Miles with it. No one near him. And again, it's Indiana. Smith with it.
Yeah, see,
He's got
every
8.
time I think that I get a steal from a body block, the ball phases right through me for
Picked
some
by Verjao.
a weird
Smith
reason.
with it. He's picked up by Hill.
Every once in a while it'll work.
Now here's Lynn. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change to the left side wing. Thompson comes with the double team. Hill has the open look. Thompson with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
It's stolen by Hill. Here's Moore. Smith
That's
with the
a
defensive
bad
effort.
shot.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Verjao. Misses and the dry spell continues. Pacers leading by 12.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now Lynn kicks it to Moore. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Hill. Again,
Oh,
missing
shoot that
Hill.
beforehand,
That's
Hill.
one he knows he should have drained.
And a wide open look for Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Yeah.
Checked in for J.R. Smith.
NYP. Actually,
Lynn
that's a
against
K.
Irving. The wide open
That's
shot
my bad
and
for
the money
my
from Moore.
inability to
Moore's got
spell.
16.
He's been one of their more reliable
KYP.
options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Outlaw the pass to Verjao. Moore with the block.
Nope.
Outside Hill. Outside Lynn. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Moore. The Cavaliers.
Ah!
Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's blocked.
Whoa.
Lynn kicks to Moore. And so he draws
And
the
one.
foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And the first one drops. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Now, when's the last time I hit the rim?
I mean, it could have gone in.
And so Moore
Would have been
both of them.
crazy.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Irving. With 1 on the clock.
With 1 on the clock, and nope.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers
Oh,
trail by
they're
13.
only down by
Moore,
13.
He's in at the 4 spot.
Still
Jeremy
within
Lin is
striking
out there with
distance.
Ellis. Then it's Paul George, and it's Scott in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after
Whoa, Monte Ellis
Steady
with the fancy
with their work
finish.
on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Irving against Lynn. Irving dishes to Mozgov. Good on the shot. Pacers leading by 13. Inside, here's Moore. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily.
I've got him,
It's been their
Scott.
most
Go find
consistent
Moscow.
performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire. No matter what they've tried, the D just has
Okay,
not
Scott,
been
you're
able
getting a
to
little
knock the
aggressive,
ball in the paint.
overly aggressive
And
on
it's a
defense.
big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten
Woo,
the
that
ball
was
in the
close.
paint, good things have happened.
Tell
Blur
you what,
out,
he can
Scott.
do a lot more damage to that
Let me
rim
do what I
than
do
that when
best.
He wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Pass to George. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. George Hill's checked in for the Pacers.
Ouch! Block with authority.
Moore against Mozgov. Block at 6. Lets the 3 fly.
Oh no, Hill. No, 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 no.
Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And it's Smith penetrating. The kick out to Irving. Now the feed to Johnson. The fadeaway. That's short off the rim. Indiana leading by 12. Hill kicks to Moore. Good.
Get in there.
Picking up the assist. 24 points for Freak.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Johnson. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Pacers have gotten 4
little
to 6 shots
off
to
timing
fall
on
so
that
far
one.
here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
That's
Hill passes to Moore.
not the way into my screen.
Feeds to Turner.
Ah!
With the steal.
I thought Turner would be over far enough. Could probably thrown that a
Outside
little
Irving.
better. Let him a little bit. I missed the initial
It's a pick by
pass
Love.
through.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. Some solid defense from Moore.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Baseline try. That's good on the jump shot.
Couple
Moore's
steps
got
back.
16 here in the
Gets
second
me
half.
open enough.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they've buried it.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take.
Love with the screen on Ellis. He used that pick.
Oh, what a lucky
That's
bounce.
10 points for J.R. Smith.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Ellis kicks to Hill. Outside, George.
Ooh, that's a good open look.
Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the paint, here's Mozgov. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Lucky.
You know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Check out the game from Moscow. He's got 13 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
Now, here is George. They set the screen. He dishes it to Turner. Good on the shot.
Ooh, Turner answers right back with an and one.
Terrific dime drop.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring
Brick.
so far for Indiana.
Guys, the
See,
passing we've
reverse
seen from them has
psychology.
been tremendous. Very
Yell
unselfish.
brick at him and he'll make
And
it.
also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
No good from Irving. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Hill gets a screen from Moore. Hill dishes to George. Right side Turner puts it up from 12. Mozgov with the block.
Ah.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Smith kicks to Love. And another Another
Give me
miss
that.
by Cleveland.
I guess even
Oh,
he
my double-double.
has missed one of those once in a while. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing
Hello,
with a lot of
Russia.
confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pacers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring the win total to an impressive 69.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
Greg, we don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely.
So no problem
no thanks. I'll stick to my career. I don't really play my team that much. Like, barely at all.
Clark, the other, just searching for answers that they
if I do, it's on my own
I
time.
think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never
Besides,
gave
I'm wrapping
up
up the stream
from the
here
opening
anyway.
tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K
That's not
Sports
bad.
post-game
26-point
show.
game.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. Shaq, your thoughts?
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His field
Just got that double-double with the 10 rebounds.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the
entire 2K crew, good night. Alright, what's up there? So much going on. Boston Post beat the Pro Elbows. Alright, well, we'll pick that up tomorrow. We'll start again like today with the game of practice, but that's going to wrap things up for today's short morning sports stream. Again, I'd like to thank you for letting me start off the stream with a little kind of real talk there. Again, I just want to recommend going out and checking Ray Narvaez Jr.'s real talk that he had at the end of his stream, which inspired me to have mine. Again, I retweeted the video. I suggest taking the time to go check it out. Of course, if you want to see mine again, this will be up on YouTube later, or you can always go to the past broadcasts and watch it right away here. Excuse me. Just a quick rundown of everything. Twitter is at 4moresports. YouTube is youtube.com/DSADeathAndy589. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a good old thumbs up. And of course, if you'd like to help support the stream, you can follow me here on Twitch and continue to come back and watch yourself. You can tip the stream to help keep things running, or you can simply share the stream with friends, family, whoever. That'd be a big help. Because as always, I'll never shake you down for money. You're always welcome here to come watch the stream. see here. I think that covers everything in that aspect. Coming up this afternoon, I will be back in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I'll be taking on some more of the Zexal the Duelist challenges for Zexal, and trying to finish things up there to 100% the game. So that's coming up this afternoon, and then tomorrow looks to be a normal day with NBA 2K16 in the morning for the short morning sports stream, and then in the afternoon it'll either be Destiny or Battlefront. Haven't quite decided. I think I may do Battlefront for tomorrow. So regardless, though, it'll be a normal morning and afternoon stream day. I think that covers everything now. Therefore, until the next time you decide to tune in, I will see you at that point. But until then, have a great day, everyone.